Welcome back, boys and some girls. Scrap Mechanic is one hell of a game. How much did I enjoy the game? Well, I had 26 hours played before I even started a single survival save file. I'd spent 4 days just messing around in creative mode, and I only meant how to learn how to place blocks or do some simple things, but I ended up making a printer style of machine from my future farm. Now it's actually time to start an actual playthrough. I had been following the game for a whole bunch of years by now, by watching some videos and whatnot, but I never had an idea that the main character came in a spaceship. I had no idea. I actually never thought where the main character come from in this game, but I guessed that I actually need to fix the ship for extra blueprints and machines. And I was right, because right after fixing the ship, we needed to head to a waypoint. But I was a little bit stupid, so it took me a second to realize that I actually needed to move to another menu screen and then click on a button. 1.1 kilometer was the distance to that waypoint, and it's actually time to address this blue mark that has been on my screen that keep telling me, hey, make your first car please. Making this car was pretty simple because I spent, like I said, 30 hours in creative mode, so it was pretty easy, and it drove pretty much like what I expected, like I'm riding on a camel, like a piece of shit. The waypoint turns out to be a weird abandoned garage that I assumed we need to fix up and use as a home base from then on. We got a call from an old guy asking for help. He wanted us to actually kill a whole bunch of robots, and I wanted resources to build a whole bunch of stuff, so our wants aligned. I assumed this guy was actually our tutorial because right after that mission he also wanted me to pack 20 tomatoes. The problem was I have no idea how to grow those things, and it's time to learn. I did know from watching Scrap Mechanic videos that some bots would come to attack me if I grew crops, so I thought, let's see. Turns out, yes, they destroy my farm, especially this orange fork robot that keeps destroying things and just running at me. It was time to build a farm, build a wall around it. These bots were so annoying I had to build something that's gonna kill them instead of me. And it was a critical success. So I had the 20 tomatoes, but I wasn't sure, how do I give them? Oh. Okay, now I had the tomatoes and I had the parts I need to donate everything, so let's go. Oh, I don't have the tomatoes, my bad. So I had to go back home and get the tomatoes. Now that I have the tomatoes actually packed, I need to deliver this pallet of tomatoes to another point. And I was actually wondering if this was going to lead somewhere, because honestly up to this point I haven't been following the story at all, so I had no clue what the hell is going on. Turns out, bringing those packaged goods to the hideout and donating them is actually a currency that you can use to purchase other types of blueprints and buildings. You can actually play with crops or with cage people that allow you to earn all kind of cool blueprints and building blocks and those kind of things. Now that I'd found a way to earn some cool blueprints, it was time to start grinding. To do that, I actually had to make a quick pickup truck with whatever resources I had to start bringing those slaves in faster to the human trafficker. While I was farming, I noticed that the ruins actually reset if you're far away from them for a while, which is great. It actually let me explore when I wanted to, and the result is pretty much I stayed in the same neighborhood since I started this game. I haven't been really moving at all. Playing more, I slowly realized that I was actually going to need a whole lot more grinding to actually get what I wanted. So I built a nice truck I could attach different kind of trailers to and farm different kind of items, which is nice. After donating a few tomato crates and cage farmers, I actually needed to grow some more carrots. After spending way too much time, I actually searched online and turns out that the carrots don't appear until you do the first grow lab. Same thing for any other crop. So back to the main story we go. Turned out the lab is a pretty fun place where you shoot some bots, glitch onto walls, and maybe even die once because somebody didn't bring enough healing items, which definitely was not me. Now that I unlock carrots, I actually could go back to further grind and unlock some more cool blocks to play with. The problem is there's a new big dude flying around the sky, just carpet bombing everything in sight, especially those poor cows. To quickly purchase more blocks to play with, I needed to pick up the rate of farming. The thing is, this led to a pretty big raid on my farm, making me think that maybe I needed a better way to defend it. Finally, once I had enough carrots, I took out my trailer and I tried to donate the resources. The first issue, the trailer doesn't work well. The connection point keeps glitching out, so I'd better make a new one that actually is welded on and is not locked into place with a bunch of pistons. On the way back from donating the carrots, a half-mustache man wanted me to rebuild his tower. I really didn't want to, but turns out that the shit actually had a better gun and a fuel tank behind this job. I got the gun and I got the new fuel tank, so I don't have to endlessly manually refill the engines. So nice. The thing about this gun is actually it's a pretty big change from how fast I could clear buildings before in ruins before. It makes the gun no longer RNG based, which felt great. Anyway, since I wanted to prepare to build a nice place to live and a few factories, I actually needed a decent amount of cement or a decent build blocks of any kind really. This was the point that I happened to find that you could also get metal from rocks. I thought it only came from scrapped robots up to that point. It's changed my quality of life so much. And check this out, while I was hiding in the garage from this carpet bombing robot, I actually found a whole bunch of tips installed on the walls with like little post-it notes, which is nice. I didn't know what milk was for, I still don't know what milk is for, but I got it from feeding a cow, and as I'm writing this down I kind of realized how stupid this sounds. I mean, of course the cow is gonna give you milk if you give it food. I don't know, I just didn't think about this. It's another feature that I'm probably never gonna use or never gonna see ever again in the game. And this is where I decided to actually stop this chunk of playtime, because as much as I love playing this game, I also need to do the more boring and practical parts of this business, which is editing and uploading this video and scripting and all this bunch of stuff. Now, I did have a ton of fun, so you can definitely expect a whole bunch more videos from me about this. There's probably going to be a bunch more showcases. I'm going to show, hey, this is my base, or here, this is a cool new creations I made, because I really love this game. It's a ton of fun. Now, there's a lot more to do in the game. From what I've seen so far, there's a ton more to build, a ton more automations to be had, a ton more of farms to have, not necessarily crops farms, but resources farms. So yeah, expect a ton more from me after we just finished laying down the foundation in this episode. That's it. Hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, thank you. If you didn't, let me know why so I can improve. Besides that, keep it safe and I'll see you next one. Bye bye.